Big Z Sports is at its next location thanks to Huebner Chevrolet. I'm Shannon Thomas, joined here with Adam Ciereszewski. And Adam, we've made it out here to Carrollton, home of the Carrollton Warriors. And the Warriors the last couple of years have been one of those teams in our area that's been putting up some pretty big wins.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Shannon, Carrollton's one of those schools that you know that whenever you got them on the schedule, you're going to get a dogfight. I mean, they're going to give you your best. And, you know, they always have a great run game. They got, a passing game that kind of came along last year with the Huebner kid who put up some decent numbers. And it's just one of those programs. You just know that you're going to get their best every time you play them.
Yeah, and coming into this season will be a new head coach, but been here a long time as an assistant coach, Coach Storm Hill. So it's going to be exciting to see what Coach Hill has to say about this year's team. All right, we're now joined with first-year head coach out here at Carrollton, Coach Storm Hill. Coach, you graduated here. You've been a defense coordinator here for about 8 seasons now, and first year under the helm. And how's things going with your roles and your policies?
It's going well. We've kept a lot of the things that Coach T started. I've just kind of put my spin on a few things. Definitely a lot of logistical and organization things that you don't realize until you're a head coach that you have to take care of. So that's the biggest adjustment for me.
Yeah, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Whenever the
equipment and jerseys and all that stuff.
Athletic director sending you text messages every day.
Yeah, yep.
So just a quick recap of last season. Another solid season for the Warriors. You got some big wins, had a couple close games that kind of got away, and then you ran into one of the state powerhouses in the playoffs in Steubenville. You know, I mean, it's always a bad draw when you get them that early. But, you know, how do you feel last year went for you offensively and defensively moving forward into this year?
Well, I think last year we started off a little bit slow, and then we found an identity. We obviously got in the stack eye and ran a lot of power schemes, and once we got that established, like we definitely progressed as the season went. Now we're going to keep some of those power schemes this year, and we're going to still work the stack eye, but we're going to incorporate some other run schemes also into that. So,
Coach, didn't lose too much off of last year's team, so your first year as a head coach, you're bringing back a very veteran squad. You got Whitmore coming back and Kreider coming back and a couple other players. You know, how did the offseason go with those guys, and you know how they early here into the season, how's everything going with everybody?
Attendance has been great through the most part through the summer here. You know, we've been 9 through 12, 50-plus kids a day. So, yeah, I got to be happy about that. You know, it's taken some time because, like I said, we are expanding the offense a little bit, but I think our kids are really picking it up.
Coach, we'll move on to this upcoming season now. New coach, kids learning to you. You're learning to adjust to them, a lot of new things right out of the gate. 3 new teams that you haven't faced yet.
Yes.
And you'll have East Liverpool first week, Triway, and then you'll have Howland week 4. I mean, things getting started early with new things.
Right. Now we've played East Liverpool in scrimmages since I've been here, but they were definitely very, very productive offensively last year. So we got our work cut out for that one. We got to make sure we're ready from the snap. Triway, same thing. I don't know too much about them yet. We haven't dug into that one too far. And Howland's going to be a regular for us as they kind of are on the schedule here on a yearly. So
then you'll have Ridgewood there in week 3, another one of those powerhouses in our area. Slusser can always get the most out of all their kids, and you'll have them again this year. You was in a battle with them last year and ultimately ended up dropping that game, but outstanding game between the two teams.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're very much in the same mantra as us. They can run the football for sure. And they sprang some big plays on us last year that kind of cost us, but you know, that's like you said, parochial. Like they're all the time, like right at the top. So you know, it's a good test there early in the season.
And then you'll move into your conference play. Last year, outstanding season in conference play, 4-1. Ran into another team that I consider up there all the time in West Branch. I mean,
for sure.
They're a very good program. And how do you don't want no predictions, but you know how do you foresee the strength of the EBC this year in the tournament or the conference play?
Well, anything I've done preseason wise, I mean, you have to give West Branch their credit. They've been multi-year champions here. Right now, everything runs through Beloit. So if you want to win the championship, you got to take them on for sure. And they return, I think it's 21 out of 22 starters. I know they're going to miss Bo at quarterback there, but they do a great job on all 3 phases of the football. So then in the rest of the league too, it's very competitive. You know, you can't, if there's any game that you start slow, it can catch you real quick.
All right, Coach. Well, Since you've come in here, what's the message been to the players to get them ready for this year?
It's an easy message. Hard work works. You got to show up. You got to, count the days. They got to stack on one another and, let fate take care of itself. It's, it doesn't guarantee anything, but it makes it a sure heck of a lot harder to lose.
All right, well, that was Coach Hill. And, Coach, we thank you for your time today, and we're looking forward to covering the Warriors this year.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, Adam, Coach Hill, very excited about this year. Says he's going to change some things up a little bit, but still doing a lot of stuff that Coach T installed here.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing. Whenever you're promoting within, you got Coach Hill that's been in the program, been a coordinator for 9 years under Coach Salimos. He saw the things that worked well, which was obviously a lot because they had a lot of great success out here at Carrollton. I like how he's going to put his little spin on it, and that's what most new coaches, when they step into that role, you don't want to always just do the same old, same old. You want to put your spin on it to make it a little bit more difficult for teams to prepare for you.
Well, you mentioned earlier that, he had Whitmore coming back, who had a pretty decent season last year throwing the ball. So for Whitmore, he's got to be excited when he hears Coach Hill say that we're going to open it up a little bit. And when you're a quarterback, those are the words you want to hear.
Yeah, that means he's going to get to sling it a little bit more than he may have last year. And you're right, Shannon. When you're talking the quarterback position, those signal callers usually get pretty excited.
Yeah, and Big Z Sports will be out here in Carrollton on week 3 as the Warriors bring in the Ridgewood Generals. Last year that was a good game, and it ought to be another one this year.
Absolutely, 2 good programs, and they. You're right. Last year's contest, it was, if I'm not mistaken, it came down to the last possession, I believe, for that game to go final, with the Warriors falling short.
Yeah, so that'll be a wrap out here in Carrollton. Thanks to Huebner Chevrolet for coming on and sponsoring the Warriors this year, and Big Z Sports will be at a stadium near you.